So when it comes to emotional processing, Ken, you've learned this once before, but we're seeing it differently today. We have a left brain and a right brain. The left brain thinks, the right brain feels. The left brain processes emotions, the right brain absorbs emotions. And when we're in a balanced state, we have mental harmony. And there's a balance between heart and mind. When it's balanced, we have an ability to feel deeply and think clearly. But if we're overthinking, we experience a cascade of emotions. We dive too deep into them and we start to overthink our feelings. And this is what happens when you have an overactive left brain. If we're suppressing emotions, we're choosing to ignore them. And what happens here, we start to get naturally drawn to the emotional realm. We feel too deeply. We feel too intensely. And that's what we're measuring here in emotional processing. And our definition is the way emotions are managed, expressed, and interpreted. So balancing means we're managing the emotions. We're balancing the feelings and the logic. If we're suppressing, we're holding back emotions. That causes tension. If we're overthinking, we start to excessively analyze the emotions, and it leads to stress and indecision. So let's think about some common emotional processing. Chronic anxiety despite a stable life situation. Some people feel constantly anxious or fearful even when there is no apparent external threat. Overwhelming sadness despite positive events. People experience deep sadness or depression when things are going well, even if they have great achievements or great personal relationships. Uncontrollable anger in calm environments. What happens is people react with intense frustration when the event shouldn't provoke that type of response. Even in a peaceful setting, if there's a little minor inconvenience, the anger will come out. Number 4, irrational guilt after making a simple mistake. What happens is we feel excessive guilt or shame for little small harmless actions or past decisions that don't warrant such strong emotions. Number 5, excessive happiness despite underlying stress. I saw this today. In the report, it came up high stress, high anxiety. And the client immediately went on the defense. I'm not anxious. I'm not depressed. I don't believe in those words. And if I believe I'm anxious, I'll become anxious. And if I believe I'm depressed, I'll become depressed. It was really interesting to see this type of response. By the end of the conversation, he said, yes, I'm highly anxious. I have a lot of worries. My mood goes up and down. I'm like, yeah, we just saw it. But also it's this excessive optimism, saying that these things don't exist. If you're feeling anxiety, does that make you a bad person? Because you have sadness, does that make you not human? It's part of the human experience. And so this client will express all of this excessive happiness and this excessive optimism, but underneath all of that, there's turmoil, which is really fascinating. Numbness or emotional detachment. And number 7, a constant frustration despite positive progress. You'll see that in a lot of type A personalities. I should be working longer, harder hours. I should get up early. I should stay up later. I should be making more sales, more money, and the list goes on. Doesn't matter how much they've got, they're always frustrated. And so these are the common ways we see it expressed.